Hello, my name is Bojan Savic here at the Mercedes-Benz of Scottsdale, and I'll like to tell you a little bit about this Mercedes-Benz SL-63. Assuming that you're already familiar with the Mercedes-Benz SL and the SL history dating back from 1954 when we started making the car. And actually this particular model of the SL, it's actually all constructed by the AMG. It was developed completely by the AMG. And some people will say, well, it wasn't the Mercedes before, the SL wasn't before just the Mercedes. Well, we had the two versions, regular Mercedes and the AMG version, and now we do have only the AMG version. But not to forget, back in 1954, that SL stand, and it still does, for the Superlight or Superlight, and the vehicle was a racing car back in the 50s. That's where the gull-wing started, right? That's the SL. The gull-wing is a XL, 190 SL, and so forth. But let me go back to this particular 2026 Mercedes-Benz SL-63. So we offered this vehicle in the several different flavors, and this particular one was a 63. When you hear the 63, one of the things that you should know, most likely the vehicle is a twin-turbo V8. That means in this case now what we changed from the SL, this one is an all-wheel drive. We didn't have the all-wheel drive back then. So now we have the 4MATIC Plus as it stands here. So basically we send the vehicle to of course the front wheels, to the rear wheels, and also the vehicle is getting powered side to side. This particular vehicle has also transmission is a MCT multi-clutch transmission speed shift, developed also by the AMG. So everything on this car was developed by AMG together with the shell that weighs only about 460 pounds. That's what's unique, what's different. But let's get back here to the front. And some of the things that are instantly recognizable. AMG specific grille. On this particular one, you can notice the night package as well. So this emblem here that now it says you have the Orchard and the stream and the pistons, and it says a Felterbach. It's all darker because it has a night package. Grille is a little bit darker. This part right here, this is black carbon fiber. This particular one comes with the carbon fiber package, so it gives it a little bit of a more racing heritage, a little bit cooler than just a regular one. This part is a carbon fiber. Of course, you do have the performance headlights. In this case, upgraded the AMG wheels with the yellow brake calipers, cross-drilled rotors. In this case, well, one of the most important things that we can see and we can tell you about who actually built this particular motor, because all of the 63 motors for the AMGs are hand-built. So let's see who built this particular motor. Now open the hood, and we can open the hood in our cars this way, or we can go all the way. So this particular one, Jana Martins. So Jana, it seems to me that is Jana, and she built this 577 horsepower, 590 pound-feet of torque. 0 to 60 is going to be in about 3.5 seconds. So that is what it offered on the SL-63. Is there one more version that's more powerful than this? Yes, there is. It's the SL-63E Performance. That part is when the vehicle comes with that little battery in the back. Power jumps up to 805 horsepower and so forth, but that is not this particular car. So to focus on this, like I mentioned, 4-liter twin turbos, they're right here. They develop the power. So basically we put the twin turbos in the Hot V configuration. So the vehicle does have the least amount of the turbo, like, or virtually is non-existent in this configuration. Power getting transferred to the front and the rear wheels by the MCT transmission. Also suspension is a AMG specific suspension. So everything on this particular car. For some of you, where's the battery? The battery is right here. Where's the water? Water is right here. This basically pieces and these things, if you might ask, those are the heat shields, because this engine creates quite a bit of a heat, and also this is for the noise. You will hear the roar of the V8 when you start this car. It will put the smile on your face. And also just something to point out, you have the 1, 2, 3 hinges basically that holds the hood, and you can see everything is painted underneath, everything is clear coated underneath, and everything else Mercedes-Benz, everything looks very, very nice. So we're going to close this hood. Of course, in the hood you can recognize instantly the power domes give a little bit more a powerful character to the car. Again, let's move on to the side. These are all the decorative pieces. Side mirrors, in this case, again, they are carbon fiber, gives the vehicle specific, more racing, more cool look and the design of the car. And you can see the vehicle comes with a 360 camera, as you would expect on this car. Some of the trim pieces later, this comes all in black, and then our carbon fiber is extensive use on the carbon fiber on this particular vehicle. So now let's move on to the inside. Let me show you some of the things that are inside of this car. Well, you cannot have a smile on your face as soon as you enter the interior cabin of the car. You can see some of the traditional things on the car and some of the more modern styling that are on this car. Yes, we do have one driver-specific instrument cluster that's right in front of you. It gives you all the information that you would need when you're driving the car. And infotainment display that's right here in the center, and it's really, really clear. And as you can see, you can move it depending on if you put the top down, if the sun is hitting a particular way, so you cannot see. So with the press of the button, you can move this part. But starting here from the left, of course, you do have the power seats, heated, ventilated, and also the air scarf that can come around. You can press the button so you can move the passenger seat. Why not? This is the SL. Burmeister sound system. Burmeister sound system is one of the best sound system that is available in the car business, that it's available from the Mercedes. To really enjoy it and to really appreciate it, you should be in the car and hear it for yourself. You can have anywhere from 600 watts of power all the way to the 1600 watts of power, and a super clear sound. And of course, it does have the Dolby Atmos and all the good stuff, but we cannot just zoom in now on the sound of the car, but the toes, one of the things, it is very important, because on the sports car and the convertible, what are the most important things? Must feel good when you're driving it. It must have the good sound, the secondary audio system, AMG sound system. It must have the good music. So that's what I think, at least, how we enjoy the car. So go back on the steering wheel. AMG specific steering wheel, shift pedals that are on the side, downshifting, upshifting. You do have the AMG drive controls that are here that can change from comfort, sport, individual, even on ice or snow. And of course, you do have the race mode when you disconnect some of the safety features. You can control how much do you want the angle of the rear spoiler, or you can let that vehicle do for you. You can also regulate of the front axle lift. That is optional, but it is on this car that the front axle can lift for about a little bit more than the inch, so it can clear out certain driveways or certain bumps that might be on the road. It's a two-tone interior, as you can see, the red together with the black. So top of the dash and everything else is black, below it's red, combined in a carbon fiber. Here on the side, all the controls, everything, the driving controls, instrument cluster right here. And you do have the heads-up display on this particular one. This particular car, it is fully loaded, has basically just all the features that are available. And it does have Alcantara that goes on the top of the car, AMG emblem that's right here in the middle. All the features. So to go over the details of our infotainment, it will take us quite a bit of a time, but it does have from the check pace, from the performance setting, even down to the comfort. You can adjust all the performance of the seat and the ambient lighting. We have only 64 colors available that you can check, control the brightness, control the certain effect, warning when exit, climate, multicolor, animation, track pace, to be all coordinated. Mercedes-Benz apps that you can open up, but that's part of the electronics and the gimmicks, not really nothing to do with the driving of the car. The vehicle does have 2 rear seat belts, so this is actually a 4-passenger car. I don't think that you can put any of the basketball players in the back, but it does give you some jump space to put the items, and maybe a small child, if it needs to come with you, they can sit in the back. And of course, in the front, you can move on the front seat, so it will allow for the room. The other day, I had a parent that has a 8-year-old that sometimes need to come with them, so they can definitely take a seat on the back. So let me just now get out of the car and show you the back seat, the boot or the trunk of the car, and we see how generous is the SL in that segment. I just want to show you how you can put the top up and you don't have to be in the car. So you take the key and you press the lock button twice. Twice you press the lock button and hold it press. Little ballerina dance of the flaps. Now top is going up and it's about 18-19 seconds. Triple layer protection on the top. Comes here. As you can see, so this is the top operation of the car. Now I would like to show you the trunk of the car. As you can see, also you can open it remotely. We couldn't do that before. And you can see how generous is the space on this particular trunk. And the vehicle does come with the trickle charger if the vehicle stays in the garage for the extended period of time, or if you're not starting the car, so it can maintain the battery that is right here. It comes with every car. This is for the window blocker that goes on the where the rear seats are. So I'm gonna put these items back. With every purchase of the AMG 63, you get 1 day on the racetrack with an AMG with AMG purchase rewards. You can put in the Google search engine AMG purchase rewards, and it will tell you the benefits of buying the brand new AMG. For the cleaning of the screen, front license plates, first aid kit, floor mats, AMG specific floor mats, and this, if you're using the rubber floor mats, this all fits in the back, no problems. Press this button here and it closes down. Now, this can be manually adjusted. That means from the front you can put how much do you want and which angle do you want the rear spoiler, or the vehicle can activate it at the certain speeds by itself, and when you come to the stop, it triggers down. On the back, I want to point out some of the things. Well, obviously, SL63, our rear taillights. Again, extensive use of the carbon fiber, and you do have the signature quad rectangular exhaust with the AMG imprint. So that's how you can recognize if you're driving behind this. If it didn't have this badge, if it is quad, that's going to be the 63. Or it can be the 55. If it is rounded, it's going to be the 43. So again, to summarize the offerings that we do have currently on the SL, it's SL43, 416 horsepower, SL55, that's a V8. It can have 479 horsepower. You can go to this one, 577 horsepower on the SL63, or 805 horsepower for the E-Performance. On the E-Performance, you will lose a little bit of trunk space. Please let me know if you do have any of the questions. If you would like to see this particular manufacturer Alpine Gray vehicle with the red interior, my name is Bojan Savic, and I'm here at the Mercedes-Benz of Scottsdale for almost 16 years. Thank you very much.